On Monday, December 8, 1941, at 12:30, United States President Franklin Delano Roosevelt addressed the joint session of the U.S. Congress. It had to do with an attack on Pearl Harbor orchestrated by the Japanese. The meeting lasted 7 minutes, but it was clear and straight to the point. We were at war. The attack at Pearl Harbor claimed more than 2,500 lives, with more than 1,000 wounded, including my parents. My hometown was now left in rubble, to rot, and I had little strength in me to continue in the shattered place I called home. I am Angelo Ramos, an American soldier, but this mirror is enough to say otherwise. I had scars, not only physical, but emotional. I have trauma running through my veins. I do not feel like a man, more of a hollow shell. All that I knew to be true was false. What I saw was not what I knew. These Japanese would soon pay for taking the ones I loved to rest. April 18, 1942 was the day planned for malicious revenge by Roosevelt. As one of the youngest, yet experienced pilots, I was selected by the commanding officer to participate in the destruction of Tokyo, known as the heart of Japan. I couldn't wait to stick it to them. 4 miserable and draining months later, and it was almost time to send a missile down their throats. Hey Angie, how are you feeling? It's almost the 18th, aren't you just bursting with energy to bomb some fools? Shut up, Richie, and do not call me Angie. I'm no female laying back at home waiting for my hunky man to come back, I replied. Richard is the only thing this war has left me, and for that I am thankful. Sure, he can be a fucking bitch sometimes, but he's my bitch, so he gets a pass. Don't get your horns in a twist, kid, but hey, what do I have to lose? We have an attack in a few days, and I probably won't come out of it in one piece. Maybe 5, but we can't ignore how strategic those rats are. Look, we're both coming back. I'm just setting an attack to warn them of our strength. Every Japanese is at fault for this, from the moment they're born to the moment they perish and dust away. They are created with a deadly sin unable to be cleansed. Richie shook his head and walked off. My excitement quickly grew to vengeance. I was hungry for their suffering, starving for their tears. I didn't feel like myself, but I loved the rush I got when I thought of them as dead. The following nights felt like an eternity of darkness swallowing my state of mind and devouring my sanity. What a gloomy day. Such a day was perfect for the event to unfold. My heart was bursting out of my chest, rushing all the blood through my brain. My eyes only saw the light ahead of the dark tunnel. I could taste their pain, hear their screams, and feel the sweat running down my body. I saw Richie start his engines and show them. I started my plane and began to lift off into the air and into the stratosphere. A few hours later, we arrived. I could see civilians walking around the city like they weren't about to disappear. Fire! Drop the missiles, maggots. No regrets ahead. Don't get blinded by empathy, yelled Commander Kawasaki, a highly respected and trusted leader. My thirst of blood was now being satisfied, and the chains that held me down were now shattered over the corpses of my heartless enemies. Everything was a blur. I have no memory of my feelings, no trace of movement. I woke up, crash-landed on the debris known as Tokyo, or at least what was left of it. My head was beating at a high rate. Blood was pouring down my cheeks and into my mouth. I could taste my pain and determination. I managed to declutter myself out of the plane, only to see a little girl crying and shaking her parents, hoping they would wake up. I observed from afar and saw myself in her shoes. We were from very different backgrounds, yet we experienced similar tragedies. I didn't know what to do or think. My feeling of superiority and the desire for vengeance had overcome my other senses and left me as a ruthless soul. I thought I knew what was right, but I couldn't see past the corpse of my parents. Staring at her made my gut tremble with sorrow. I did the one thing I wish someone had done to me when I saw my loved ones.